1, 2.
Got to see him play in college.
There we go.
I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Macomb City Council. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mike Wayland,
Here.
John Vajezi.
Here.
Don Wynn,
Here.
Tom Cook,
Present.
Ashley Katz.
Here.
Tammy Brown Edwards,
Aye. Here.
Dennis Moon,
Here.
7 present.
Thank you. Would entertain a motion for the consent agenda with the removal of the treasurer's report.
Motion to accept the consent agenda with the removal of the treasurer's report.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
all ayes.
Okay. Public comment. Citizens wishing to address the city council on matters germane to the agenda of the meeting will be limited to 3 minutes and are asked to be brief and concise in making their remarks. Comments submitted by mail or email will not be read aloud, but a copy will be provided to each member of the council and made part of the minutes. No public comment? Okay. We'll move on. Unfinished business. Consideration of a resolution approving the and authorization of the execution of professional services agreement for the establishment of the Macomb Downtown Square Tax Increment Financing, TIF, district by and between the City of Macomb, McDonough County, Illinois, Jacob Klein Limited, and the Economic Development Group Limited. This was discussed last week, and final action will be in order. Any comments, questions? Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. The resolution does provide for the mayor to be authorized to execute the professional services agreement on behalf of the city of Macomb to engage in the professional services of Jacob and Klein Limited to render the administrative services and legal advice and render technical advice concerning the establishment of the Macomb Downtown Square TIF district.
You have anything to add, John?
Nothing to add, but happy to answer any questions.
No questions? I'd entertain a motion to move on this.
Make a motion to approve and authorize execution of the professional services agreement between the Macomb Downtown Square Tax Increment Financing District, City of Macomb, and Jacob and Klein, and the Economic Development Group.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
all ayes.
Consideration to authorize soliciting requests for proposals for banking services for the city of Macomb. This was also discussed last week, and final action will be in order. Scott?
Thank you, Your Honor. As I mentioned last week in my memo and a little discussion, we would like to consolidate our financial banking accounts from 5 banks to 1 bank to provide better efficiencies and eliminate the need to have transfer checks between banks, as we do quite a bit now. So I have a request for proposal ready to go out if we get approval.
Questions, comments, or motion?
Move to authorize soliciting request for proposal for banking services for the city of Macomb.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
all ayes.
Thank you. Consideration of an ordinance to authorize the issuance of a special use permit to allow mini warehousing and storage at 1325 East Jackson Street in Macomb, Illinois. This ordinance was also presented for first reading and discussion last week. So, Lisa?
Thank you. Americo Real Estate Company has filed an application requesting a special use permit to allow mini warehousing and storage in a B2 General Business District at 1325 East Jackson Street, Macomb, Illinois. Upon receiving the application, the record owners within 250 feet of the property were provided with notice as required by the code. Publication of the public hearing was effectuated in the McDonough County Voice on June 15th, 2021. A sign was posted on the property. The matter was referred to the Planning Commission for public hearing on June 30th, 2021. No comments were received in favor of or against the proposed special use permit. Planning Commission did vote 7-0 to grant the special use permit and recommended the City Council approve the permit. If passed, the ordinance would provide for a special use permit to permit mini warehousing and storage in a B2 General Business District at 1325 East Jackson, and would authorize the Office of Community Development to issue the permit and make the appropriate changes to the city's official zoning map.
Again, comments, questions, motion.
Make a motion to authorize the issuance of a special use permit to allow mini warehousing and storage at 1325 East Jackson Street in Macomb.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Bajesi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
all ayes.
Consideration of an ordinance to amend Chapter 7 and Section 24-6 of the Municipal Code of the City of Macomb. This will be second reading and final approval. Lisa?
Thank you. Pursuant to state and local law, the city does have the power to pass all necessary ordinances, rules, and regulations. The city has recognized the need to update, restructure, and reorganize provisions of Chapter 7, including the fee provisions related thereto that are contained in Section 24-6 of the Municipal Code. If adopted, the ordinance would amend Chapter 7 by striking the current version in its entirety and replacing it with Chapter 7 as it appears in Exhibit A. We would also be amending Section 24-6 as it relates to the permit fees referenced in that same Chapter 7. The Exhibit A does include the entire text of new Chapter 7. The changes include reorganizing and combining duplicate provisions, adopting new versions of the International Building Codes, and updating the permit fee structure.
Okay. Good. Questions, comments? Motion.
Make a motion to amend Chapter 7 of Section 24-6 of the Municipal Code of the City of Macomb.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Katz,
Aye.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Bajesi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
all ayes.
Consideration of an ordinance to amend Chapter 10 of the Municipal Code of the City of Macomb. This will be second reading and final approval.
Thank you.
Lisa?
Again, under state and local law, the city has the power to pass all necessary ordinances, rules, and regulations. The city has found the need to update provisions of Chapter 10 of the Municipal Code. Therefore, Chapter 10 would be amended as set forth in Exhibit A attached to the ordinance. The amendments include adopting the International Fire Code of 2018, modifying certain provisions of this code section to be gender neutral, updating the fireworks provision, and removing obsolete sections as recommended by the fire chief and interim fire chief.
Thank you. Comments, questions?
Make a motion to amend Chapter 10 of the Municipal Code of the City of Macomb.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Bajesi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
all ayes.
Consideration of an ordinance to amend Chapter 17, Article 7, Division 3 pertaining to the sign code of the Municipal Code of the City of Macomb. Again, second reading and final approvals in order. Lisa?
Thank you. Again, under state and local law, the city has the power to pass all necessary ordinances, rules, and regulations. We've recognized the need to update certain provisions of Chapter 17 of the Municipal Code, specifically as it pertains to the sign code. If adopted, the ordinance would amend Chapter 17, Article 7, Division 3 of the Municipal Code, as that amendment is set forth in Exhibit A attached to the ordinance. In those amendments, we've updated provisions regarding political signs. We have permitted the use of feather flags in the B1, B2, B3, and Adams Street mixed-use districts, as well as M1 and M2, and other format changes that were recommended during a formal code review process. I would also indicate that there is a slight change from the previous version. You'll note I provided everybody a copy, highlighted it. In the table sections, there was a little inconsistency, so feather flags would be permitted 1 per 100 linear feet of frontage.
Anybody have any questions, comments?
I have a question.
Okay, Tammy?
Yes, thank you. Madam Attorney, could you please explain, I have a question for B12, section 17-892 B12. In the section, I believe it'd be mostly the last sentence where it says that signs must be removed 7 days after the event in non-residential areas. So is there not a provision for signs to be removed for residential residential districts?
That, and I think Mr. Bannon left, that would be a question for him. I don't have the remaining portions of that particular section in front of me.
Okay.
And so I'm not able to answer that as I sit here right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think my concern is really that, let's say it's, I don't know, Halloween, and, we're going into Christmas time. I mean, I know, it's not covered.
The prior version of that section did not have a time limitation for residential property.
Understood.
And so we're
yes.
leaving that in place.
Okay. I'll pose my question to him. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So do we want to? No other comments, questions? And I would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to amend Chapter 17, Article 7, Division 3 pertaining to the sign code and municipal code of City of Macomb.
Second.
A motion and a second. Roll call.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards.
Aye.
All ayes.
No other unfinished business. We'll move to new business. Consideration to authorize the purchase of a 2021 Police Interceptor utility all-wheel drive for the Macomb Fire Department. There's a memo in your packet from the chief, and final action will be in order. Any questions? You want to explain anything?
It is a little confusing because it does say Police Interceptor, but it's a Ford Expedition, or Explorer, that we're replacing our 2003 Expedition with. It is, the rocker panels are completely rusted out on, floor panels are starting to rust out, so it's time it needs replaced.
Alderman Vagazi?
Just a quick question. Approximately how many miles are on the current Ford Expedition, the 2003? A bunch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Don't
thank
have
you.
that information for you, but it's,
Well used.
yes,
It
Thank you.
earned every rust spot.
yeah. Every time we shut the door now, it's losing part of itself.
Okay.
Gets a little lighter.
Yeah.
Basically, the Police Interceptor is a package
Yes.
for the vehicle
Yeah.
itself.
It's wired specially to handle the lights and stuff. the lights and stuff aren't included in this price. We're waiting to get it here, and we're still waiting to get a bid for the vinyl and the lights to go on it.
This was a budgeted item, right?
Yes. It's being through the capital equipment, get that right. We sold the old engine 3 back in May, so that line item is help paying for this replacement.
Any other questions, comments? Entertain a motion?
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion to authorize the purchase of the 2021 Explorer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezzi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
all ayes.
Thanks, Dan. Consideration to approve amending the CARES agreement for the McDonough County Public Transportation for the additional funding in the amount of $1,256,742. Attaches a memo from Director, and you want to bring us up to date?
Yes, so with additional rounds of emergency relief funding coming from the Federal Transportation Administration for the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been determined that that we are eligible for a contract amendment of the 1.2 million in addition to our current $1,560,849 that we're currently using. And as seen in the attachment, you can see that money is going to be allocated into 2 budget lines, that being the contractual services as well as supplies.
This just has to be done to reflect where the money is.
Correct. So that's what the amendment will do, showing that what those budget lines that it's going towards, as well as exactly within the budget lines, with that being for Durham, for our professional transportational services, so Durham, as well as advertisement, and then for supplies, the fuel, oil, tires, and vehicle parts to maintain our vehicles through that time. And that will go through, we'll have that funding until June 2023.
Any other questions, comments? Motion?
Make a motion to approve amending the CARES agreement with the McDonough County Public Transportation for additional funding in the amount of $1,256,742.
Second.
Sorry. We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Vajezzi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
all ayes.
Okay, you're still up. Consideration to approve the extending of the tire lease agreement with Bridgestone America Tire Operations LLC to January 1st of 2022. Any other questions, comments? We pretty well discussed it, explained it last year.
Yes.
Is this a contract that normally goes year to year? Is this a multi-year contract?
So this was established as a multi-year contract back in
15.
2015, and we will look to do the same as we put out a bid solicitation during this time frame during the contract
Okay.
extension.
Thank you.
Would entertain a motion?
Move to approve extending the tire lease agreement with Bridgestone America's Tire Operations.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezzi,
Aye.
all ayes.
Consideration to approve a side letter agreement between the City of Macomb and the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council Lodge 189 to permit 12-hour shifts at the Macomb Police Department. Final action will be in order. So, comments, questions? chief's here to answer all your concerns.
Are you going to put a limit on a trial period to make this a final decision?
Okay.
Good evening, Alderman. Yes, sir. The trial period is going to last for 12 months.
I'm sorry, Lisa may want to bring us up to date on.
I did provide a memorandum, but just to fill you in, we did have a couple of personnel committee meetings as well as negotiation session with the union, and it will be a trial period of 12 months. During those 12 months, either the union or the city could tender a 60-day termination notice to revert back to the 8-hour shifts. It's also acknowledged in the agreement that there may need to be some modifications, both administratively and otherwise, to adapt this new schedule. But the hope is both to spread our limited staffing among more hours to maintain the same level of service, as well as attempt to increase morale, and to provide officers with some additional, not additional, but different days off. So they're not working 5 in a row, and every officer will at least have every other weekend off. So we're hoping all of those things will increase the morale in the department, as well as maintain a fiscal level that we're currently at. So not a whole lot of increase in cost, which was important during the negotiations.
Alderman Begezi?
Just a quick question. In the accumulated time approval, where it says the time off is guaranteed as long as volunteers can be found to work the vacancies, so is that essentially saying that if someone asks for time off, they can't get it off, that they don't have someone that's going to work it for them, that they have to work it?
Rephrase your last part of the question.
So within the accumulated time approval, it says the time off is guaranteed as long as volunteers can be found to work the vacancies. So I
Yes.
just want to make sure that that doesn't, so if someone asks for time off, there's no one that's going to be able to cover that shift, they still have to work it.
Yes, that language has not deviated from what was already in the contract.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had, sir.
Any other questions, comments? I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve a side letter agreement between the City of Macomb and the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council Lodge 189 to permit 12-hour shifts.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
all ayes.
Thank you. Thanks, Steve. Consideration to approve an agreement between the City of Macomb, McDonough County Public Transportation System, Western Illinois University for faculty, staff, and student transit services. Lisa.
Thank you. I did provide a memorandum. We are extending, or not extending, I should say, we are executing a new agreement for a one-year period of time with Western. They have pledged a portion of their student fees pertaining to transportation to the city. We did modify the language a little bit in terms of those contract payment terms to provide that Western would remit to MCPT in an amount equal to 90% of their transit fees, but provided for a minimum of $79,091.50 per quarter. That allows us to better budget as well as use those funds more easily in the grant applications. They do form, like I said, a basis for those matching funds. The bulk of the remaining terms are the same as prior agreements, some modifications since Western is no longer running the website, but for the most part, very similar to what we've had in the past.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? I would entertain a motion.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Move to authorize the agreement between the City of Macomb and McDonough County Public Transportation System and Western Illinois University.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Katz. Aye. Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
All ayes.
Thank you. Being no other business, committee reports? John?
We did have a meeting going over the animal shelter. Unfortunately, there was no one there from the animal shelter to kind of give an update on the current status of how many cats and dogs they have. So as soon as I get that information, I'll pass that along.
Thank you. Aldermanic reports? No report. Alderman Katz?
No report.
No report.
No report, Your Honor.
No report, Your Honor.
No report, Your Honor.
Tammy?
Yes, thank you. I encourage citizens to visit Genesis Gardens Facebook page or their website. There is an upcoming back to school fair coming up at the end of the month. There will be free haircuts, free book supplies, and activities for students. And as well as the Housing Authority will be having the Riverbend Food Bank in Bushnell. So McDonough County residents can go to that, and that will be this Friday, and that's also on the Genesis Garden Facebook page as well as their website. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Tammy. I forget to look at the screen. So, city staff, any report?
No report.
I'll cover you all with one comment as opposed.
I would like to, I have one comment here. I'd like to thank our city clerk, Melanie Falk. She has 39 years of service to the citizens of Macomb today, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we're going to have to go into executive session for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of an employee of the public body or legal counsel for the public body pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act.
Make a motion, go to executive session.
Second.
Roll call.
Brown Edwards,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Wayland,
Aye.
Bajesi,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
all ayes.
Okay, we'll be going to executive session.